In terms of the political lynching in Tennessee, what happened in Tennessee is happening in Ohio. What's happening in Tennessee is happening in Florida. It's happening in Iowa. It's the Karl Rove strategy bearing fruit. During the Obama years, Karl Rove wrote an op-ed, I think it was for the Wall Street Journal, saying that how they were going to take over the states. They're going to take over the states, and that's where the power lied in the big far right Republican movement. And they became so successful under Obama in taking over state governments that they came within a breath of being able to call a constitutional convention and edit our constitution. And instead, they have that power essentially by having hijacked the court, the Supreme Court, through Trump and Mitch McConnell's court packing, which is basically in need of being countered with Biden passing as many judges as possible through the democratically controlled Senate. But that's not possible right now because of Dianne Feinstein refusing to retire. She is, by all reports, not able to serve any longer. She has her own health issues, and it's showing by her chronic absences from the Senate where she is needed to confirm these judges. So, in the very short time Biden has this control of the Senate, he's not able to hurry up and confirm a whole bunch of judges to try to balance out our courts packed 30% with ideologues, 30% of our courts packed by ideologues. And Feinstein, by refusing to retire, is making that problem worse by not being able to even show up for work in the Senate. So that's a big problem there that we want to draw people's attention to. So I think, yeah, what happened in Tennessee was just a chronic problem.
The last thing we need are, robots designating what is reality and truth. What we need is creativity and individuality and compassion and all of these other qualities that cannot be replicated by AI. And what we need in terms of a search engine is a way to parse information the way it used to, based on keywords with an ability to sort by date, the ability to search for information so that when you enter a name or something, you're not just getting everything written about that person in the last 24 hours for 10 pages on end, but you could actually dig deeper and go into archives. We've lost our access to the past. We've been online for such a long time with digital native content that it's now very difficult to find digital native content from, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, definitely anything, before the year 2000. We're losing that. And that is a huge loss. And I think if then you take away what little control human beings have over that, replacing it with AI and then, improving, quote unquote, the AI in the process, it is so dangerous. This is a very terrible time for this to be happening. There's a lot of ways that it goes wrong. I've seen people say that they ask about their own biographies to these AI things, and they get this sort of weird parallel universe version of themselves where it's kind of like who they are, but off enough that in ways that are meaningful to the individual that a machine just couldn't detect. And it's uncanny and nerve-wracking. And I'm very, very against it. Go read some books, go read some, websites by actual humans that are humans. Go listen to some podcasts by humans that are humans. One of the things I'm also afraid of is as I watch this happen, I feel like I'm increasingly watching people become more like AI themselves. Like they're turning themselves into robots, into propagandists, into people who speak in memes and in cliches. And that's unnerving. They're losing their humanity. And that, of course, contributes to the success of fascism as well.